Oh, my microphone was muted, my bad. Hello, Void, and hello, Buckshot. Um, can you hear me now? Hey, Manalasa. Um, so I'm gonna be trying to use this like deeper voice today because I want to get into the habit of like, speaking in a deeper voice. So I'm gonna see how long it'll stick for. It's gonna like jump back up at some point, but we'll see how long I can hold it. Um, so yeah, I'm currently gonna redraw my ENAsona's reference sheet. I'm gonna do the same like pose and just like trace over it, but I'm going to make it like more of a full body, and I'm also going to use the color scheme that Joel G himself designated to my ENAsona. So yeah, I'm just gonna start by tracing these lines. I'm also gonna do thinner lines because I feel like the old design had like a very heavy line weight that didn't really fit the art style of Ina, so I'm gonna fix that now and go with a much lighter line weight this time around. So for the most part, this is gonna be pretty easy. It's mostly just tracing the old design since not too much has changed. However, I did have like a new design idea that I want to add as well. So I'm first gonna just redraw the old design and then I'm gonna add onto it to create a newer design. Also, I feel like the mouth should be more like this so that it's a little bit more dynamic. And the shape of the ear is a bit wonky. Should be more like that. Alright. So now the hair. By the way, for the exclusively Ina fans watching, I'm sorry for the lack of Ina content lately. Honestly, it's because of the breakup. I'm just gonna be real. It's because I'm still I'm still trying to move on from the breakup, and obviously making videos about Ina reminds me of Ina, but this is just my ENAsona, which is just me, so I think I can handle myself. I do want to get another Ina theory video out eventually, but I don't know when I'm going to be in the right headspace to do that. But I do want to make like a proper theory video on like explaining why I think the original Ina and barbecue Ina are the same character. But I'd have to actually sit and think about the evidence. It's kind of backwards because usually when I create an Ina theory or any theory really, I see the evidence first and then piece it together into a big picture. But here it's the other way around, where I'm starting with like a gut feeling and I have like some anecdotal evidence, but I feel like I kind of would have to do some more research before I can make a proper theory video. And again, I'm just not in the right headspace to research Ina because I haven't fully moved on. It's not that I'm like secretly still in love with her or anything. I wish, but rather that I want to fall back in love with her, and I'm like angry at myself for no longer having feelings for her. Yeah, it's a very complicated situation. Because, like, my head says love her and my heart says no. Anyway, I should just focus on drawing instead of venting to y'all. I just had therapy yesterday. Maybe I need more. It's like. The whole need for a therapy is maybe a little too much like Bill Cipher in that regard, you know? Anyway, let me see what the chat's been saying. Hello, Shaylin. Yeah, Manalasa, my ENAsona does, say that sometimes. Cause there are, so you know how like a lot of the ENAsonas have like the two sides dedicated to like different emotions? Well, my ENAsona is a bit different because they have like 6 emotion states that are reflected in their eyes. But then their like face with the face split, it's actually representative of different languages they speak, and by extension different languages I speak. So you know, there's one side for speaking English and the other for speaking Spanish. um you know, I've known both English and Spanish since I was a baby, and my mom finds it remarkable how I can switch from English to Spanish and back mid sentence. And it's something I've been able to do since I was like a toddler. Now, apparently, not many people can do that. So I decided to incorporate it into my ENAsona. BZ, it just started. Hello, BZ, by the way. Thank you, Ice Cream Boy. And you are not late. Again, the stream just started. But yeah, for context, I'm like redesigning sort of my ENAsona, but since it's mostly just a change in color palette, I am tracing over an old drawing of my ENAsona from, like, when was it? Like 2023, I think. It's been a while. Um that this design has existed. Wait, how does this go? Like, how the fuck is going on here? Okay, wait. Okay, I think I got it. Alright, now for the pants, I'm going to... So this is where I'm going to, like, sort of convert it into a full body. Oh, wow, I did not realize how, like, long the pants were. Okay, I'm going to start the pants, like, here. And then do something more like this. Yeah, I think that works better. Okay, that part is easy. Oh yeah, and for those of you who just showed up and maybe wondering about my voice, I am trying to speak in a deeper voice because I want to actually start doing the voice training properly. Um cuz it just occurred to me earlier because I was like, well, the pose looks a little more dynamic too now. Like this leg is kind of back a bit. Let's like lean into that and have this leg kind of go back while this one stands like that, like so. Um, it's not they kind of so the legs kind of have to go like at an angle like so. All right. Um, so like this and that. All right. So yeah, like earlier today, I was like, so I had to shave my armpits, and I, also ended up having like a little bit of my face shaved because I'm like kind of starting to grow a beard. I think I have like some like random like patches of hair on my face. Um, and I was like, "Oh, this is so cool. This is so cool that I'm like becoming like more like masculine." And then that reminded me that I should be doing my voice training cuz I keep abandoning it for like a month or more at a time. So I'm going to try to do that now in this stream. Oh, that's a bad tangent. No, it needs to come forward a bit more. Okay, there we go. So yeah, I think this also needs to be. No, that's about good. That's about the right proportion. Let me make sure I traced everything. No, I missed this X up here. And, this thumb visible from the other side. Okay, so. Sweet. Sweet. Okay. Alright, I think that, the rest is going to be added in red, so I'll just disable this for. Actually, no, I'll just select both layers. This needs to go up just oops. Selected the wrong layer there. I meant to select this one. This needs to go just a little bit up so that there's room to add the shoes. So this one will be kind of back on the toe. It's too short. It needs to be maybe like that. And then kind of tapers. Yeah, perfect. Okay. And this needs to be closer to here. Okay. And this one, I guess, won't be as elongated because it's going to be kind of from a different angle. Yeah, it's going to be kind of like this. Let's see. You know what? Maybe this has to be just a bit shorter. Kind of like that, but I'll make this. No. Why are the shoes still too small? You know what? I think I'm just gonna have the shoes be off screen. Because I can't figure out how to draw them. So instead I'll just have it like this. Alright. So I don't even need to move this up in the first place. I'll just bring it back down then. Okay. So now I just have to add in the red. Wait, wrong layer. There we go. Rectangles. And then do the same thing over here. Alright. And then we have a darker red for the glasses, and since this is like its own line, I'm going to do a thicker line weight just for the glasses. I kind of want to look at how Joel drew the glasses and the eyes. I like that Joel got a bit creative with the eyes, so I'm gonna try that here, and I'm gonna try having the eyes sort of like so. And then align the glasses accordingly, because it looks a lot more like surreal this way. Oh yeah, I just I just realized I casually mentioned that Joel G drew my ENAsona. Yeah, for those of you who didn't know, Joel G drew my ENAsona almost a year ago now. Man, time flies. It was like the end of last June, and now we're already back in June. Okay. So then he does this cool thing where it's kind of like points up like that over the bridge of the nose. See that looks cool. Um Joel is so much better at character design than me, obviously. I mean, he's literally Joel G. Let me catch up with the chat. Hello, Void Investigator. Hi, Tyre. Long time no see. And yeah, looks like there's already fighting going on. Thank you for reminding me to turn on slow mode, BZ. I'm gonna do that right now. Because y'all tend to get into like these really elaborate like roleplay fights while I'm drawing, and then it takes me ages to catch up with the chat. So there we go. You're on slow mode now. But Void Investigator, you weren't that late. Like, it's still towards the beginning of the stream. Hello, Habitat. Maybe the real Void was the friends we made along the way. I agree. Cypher SMP, holy shit. Oh man, Cypher SMP ended months ago. It's literally been like 4 months since Cypher SMP ended? Man, Tyre, you've been gone for a while. And thank you for the compliment, Manalasa. And yes, there were a lot of triangles. Oddly enough, I designed my ENAsona long before I was a fan of Bill. I designed my ENAsona like this design here that Joel redesigned. The original design was from 2021. And obviously, you know, I wasn't interested in Bill yet. I didn't become like a Bill follower until 2024. And so it was just sort of like a very strange coincidence, because I remember I was thinking about shape language when I first designed my ENAsona. I was thinking about shape language, and I was thinking, well, I'm kind of like a mean person who's like not very easy to get along with. So I should reflect that by like putting a ton of triangles in my design. You know? So like to show that I'm like kind of like a prickly person, who tends to like hurt people's feelings. And lo and behold, I ended up becoming like the Bill Cipher like 3 years later, and it just worked out because like now my ENAsona is full of triangles. It was a complete coincidence. It was literally a complete coincidence. Like, how cool is that, though, that it worked out that way? Okay. Bum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum, 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 bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 ba-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-dum. Yeet. I don't know what that was in my head. Anyway, let me just turn this. Okay. And almost there. All right. I'm going with like the darkest tone for the hair though, cause Joel kind of drew my ENAsona with like dirty blonde hair, but um I have, brown hair, so I'm keeping the brown hair. Then also for the skin tone, I want to keep this one. Like, even though it's maybe a bit too saturated, like I see like a lot of the edits that Joel made involved like reducing the saturation of everything, but I want to keep like the duality clear to show that there's still like something different for each side of my ENAsona. For some reason, I have the Transcendental Cha Cha playing in my head right now, even though it has nothing to do with what I'm drawing. Let's see, let's try this color for the pants. Look how much more cohesive Joel's color palette is. Puts mine to shame. I mean that as a compliment, by the way. Like as in like, holy crap, I really, really, really admire Joel G. What was I doing here? The I think this leg would kind of need to be split like this, because this leg is kind of like at a 3/4 angle, right? So we've, oh, but that looks way too thin. Wait, I think I may have gotten a solution. Okay, hold on. I might be cooking. So this leg, I gotta think, is kind of pointing like, it's kind of pointing mostly this way actually, so it's gotta be more like There we go. Okay, there we go. That's more, I think, fits better. So we go like that, and see, because that's the front, that's the side, and then that's the side. Okay, I think the legs still look a bit strange, but I don't care at this point. Like, I don't know, this leg just looks too thin. Like, it looks like unnaturally narrow. Yeah, something like that would be better. Actually, it would be neater to just do this. Alright. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Maybe if I do like this, maybe? Yeah, I feel like that looks a bit better. Hello, pink monkey boy. Imagine having the creator of a series drawing your Sona. I think I would low-key pass out. I screamed. I screamed so loud. I'm glad you like using my streams as background noise, BZ. And Void Investigator and Void. Wow. A lot of you like to use my streams as background noise. That's cool. Dune's main got hacked. Oh, is that why Dune joined the server? Because I got like a notification that Dune joined the server, and I was like, what? Why is it telling me Dune joined the server? But yeah, that explains it. Can you just ping the moderators and ask that someone kick the account that got hacked? Thank you, Ice Cream Boy. And thank you, Manalasa. Hello, Zippy Coons. Thank you, BZ. But yeah, hopefully this works. I also want to maybe change the head. I feel like the head is a bit too straight. Maybe have it go like this. I feel like that's a bit more expressive. Alright. We're taking this. Alright. Everything else from here can go. Oops. No, I put this on a... Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at the difference. Holy crap. Holy crap, look at the difference. Look at that. Whoa. It looks so much better now. I just want to take this text bubble with me. Okay, and then we can get rid of that. Alright. Yay! Alright, now I need to add, alright. I want to expand the canvas a bit so that there's room to add some more, like, information. I use this color. I'm gonna try to match with this color with, like, white. Maybe I can put it all caps this time round. Size it up real big. There we go. So white, it's like 10, something like that. And I'm gonna put it in the corner actually. Alright. Now I'm gonna extend the canvas a little bit. I gotta remember to keep my voice low so that I can actually have this voice like habitually. So yeah, I'm gonna change the width to like 3500. I have the reference point from the... No, it didn't do it right. I wanted the reference point from the side. No. Change canvas size. There we go. Okay. Reference point, boom. Width 3500. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Alright, look how much better this looks than the original. This is so cool. Like, I actually improved my art skills. Yay. Alrighty, I improved my art skills. Now, to add in the information about ENAsona, I'm gonna move this like up a bit, like so. And I see there's like some residual because the previous background it was on was like a lighter gray, so I'm gonna erase that. Like, no, I can't see it like that. Just erase the residual around the edge. Alright, so I'm gonna put in the information. A lot of it is still the same as from the first one. And I have a note on my phone where I keep them, so I'll just copy it from there. Welcome back to the Discord tire. Chat dried up. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna unsnail y'all. Oops. Oops. I just turned off the chat. Don't want that. There we go. Consider yourselves unsnailed. But please don't spam. Anyway, let me quickly hop over YouTube TV. Why did I get an email from YouTube TV? I don't even use YouTube TV. That's stupid. Anyway, where's my, there we go. ENAsona info. So I'm just gonna copy it from there. Alright, so the first bullet point is polar opposite life path to barbecue ENA. I gotta make this a bit smaller. So spends, wait, I want to make this part smaller. This will be like 75. No, that's way too small. What the fuck? How is that 100? Yet that's 150. Okay, I'll do 125. And this is 150. Behind the crowd door, which hopefully we'll be seeing in the next chapter, has become an entertainer with a decent sized fan base. This part is actually autobiographical. Thank you all. Creative free spirit who can't be tied down. And that part is also autobiographical again. Thank you so much. Okay, I think I need to move some stuff around. I need to move this. Oh, wait, why is it not transferring the speed? Okay, I have the wrong one. So this, I need to move like here. And then I need to have this here. Okay, yeah, I see how I'm gonna do it now. Alright. I think something like this. And then maybe put the emotions in this corner here. Okay, so the next bullet point is Barbecue Ina's resentful ex. This is a little bit different from our actual dynamic. It's a bit weird that we're like, because you know we're like actually broken up now. I think I wanted to try to pull some like freaking enemies to lovers story or whatever. This was like way before Dream Barbecue came out, and I was like, I didn't have feelings for Barbecue Ina, but I was like hoping I would like develop feelings for her. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Okay, so this is I'm not like resentful, but my character is, and calls her names because you know, like my ENAsona doesn't like that Barbecue Ina is so, you know, like not only so mean all the time, but is like hating her job, even though she's just like giving into the system. Which is something honestly I feel with people who complain about their jobs in real life. It's like that's kind of your own fault most of the time. So something interesting that I came up with recently is that most of, so my ENAsona is a comedian, and most of their content, which it started just because that was the easiest way to get people's attention because they love the drama and Ina's already infamous. So they kind of have been milking that, and most of their content pertains to being Ina's ex, and hating on Ina. This doesn't reflect my actual views of Ina. I do have a complicated I have complicated feelings about Barbecue Ina. I used to hate Barbecue Ina. Like at the time I came up with my Dream Barbecue ENAsona, I did like actually hate Barbecue Ina. Now I'm like neutral to her. But there's still a lot I have to work through cuz I guess like she kind of shows me like a mirror to like all of the things I need to improve on. All right, so the next one, the next bullet point is, what if I do this? Oh, that is so much better. That is so much better. Holy shit. I love this. It's like less claustrophobic. I could even have it go up to here. I think it doesn't, if the hair is covered up a little bit, it's fine. Right? All right. Suspiciously avoidant of revealing origin story. So because my ENAsona is like a humanoid tree, and they were originally the backstory, which was supposed to be wholesome at the time I came up with it, is that Ina planted them as a seed and grew them into a tree that then became humanoid. Um Um, here's a section I didn't have in the last iteration of this ref sheet, which is not all that different. Which kind of goes into what I was saying before, that I realized the reason I hated her was because she kind of was like a mirror. But yeah, anyway, so now my ENAsona is obviously ashamed of their origin story because they put on the whole like shows and whatnot about like hating Ina. So they just avoid talking about it. I think I'm gonna have to make this text smaller. I can't fit it all in here. Hold on. I'm writing too much. And this is just like the like the notes. I have to make this smaller, I guess. $125. And then all this at 100. Maybe. Hopefully that's not too small, but the drawing should be the main focus anyway. Okay, something like this could work, I think. Sorry for going silent. All right, there. We did it. Now, I feel like I should make the background more interesting. Rather than just this generic gray. Like... Oh yeah, I forgot to include space for the emotions. They were like in the corner before. There's just so much stuff here now. There's like so much like additional stuff that it's hard to squeeze everything in. I think I should probably just put this on a separate like a separate image, honestly. Hold on. There's just too much text now. I don't know what to do with the text. Let me see the chat. Hey, Coffee. Yeah, Ice Cream Boy, their ex is Re-BBQing. Which, so the irony is that I was self-shipping with the original Ina, and I have this theory that the two Inas are the same character, but I didn't have feelings for Re-BBQing, so wait, I need to keep my voice low. So I came up with this thing. I was hoping that like once, because I made this like 2 years before. I came up with this whole concept of them being exes like 2 years before Dream Barbecue released. I was hoping it would be like a freaking like lovers to enemies to lovers, second chance romance, whatever it's called. Then that didn't happen because Ina and I broke up, and so yeah, I accidentally predicted my own downfall. Yay. Anyway, where's this drawing? I want to get the eye color. Did I used like this, I think. And replace this here. Oop. There. Because the eyes are like a lot, they're like a lot greener now. Actually, let me pull up another image of my ENAsona. Where I just have okay, eye up here. So yeah, it's gonna be like this sort of light green. There we go. Anyway, let me catch up with the chat and then I'll figure out how to fit the text on screen. Wait, where'd the chat go? Why can't I see all the chat? Oh shit, some of the chat is gone. Why is some of it gone? The Buckshot kids were happy to help. Your content is 10 out of 10 is like the only thing I can see. Where did it go? And whose doorknob? Tell me about the fucking horses right this instant! Holy shit, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Alright, hold on. I can fix this. I'm gonna make this a good stream, I promise. Okay. Doorknob horse race. Okay. Alright. I'm gonna draw this guy, alright? Because I don't think anyone gives a fuck about my ENAsona, and I'm stuck on, like, the positioning of anything anyway, so I'm gonna draw this horse. What? That's a horse? What the fuck? That doesn't look like a horse. Okay, this should be pretty easy to draw. Like a kindergartner could draw this. Alright, this is so easy. This is so fucking easy. I should have just done this in the first place. This is way easier to draw. Oh, man. And then we've got the eyes. It's like this. Eye. And another eye. And the nose. And the mouth. Okay. I think I have the positioning of the eyes wrong. Hold on. Also, I'm not even reading the chat anymore, alright? You better just like what I draw, okay? I'm drawing your fucking horse, okay? So just be happy about... Just be happy that I'm drawing this horse that looks like a turd. Turd horse. Can I call him Turd horse? Turd horse, turd horse, turd horse, turd horse. He's a turd horse. He's a turd horse. And Beezy loves him 'cause he's a turd horse. Can you tell that I'm like having a mental breakdown right now? I'm gonna draw you your turd horse, Beezy, okay? You deserve it. I've been kind of shitty to you, so I need to like make it up to you, you know? Okay. Bop. There we go. There you go, Beezy. It's your turd horse. What color do you want for the background? And I have watched the Owl House Tire. It's one of my favorite shows, too. Thank you, Ice Cream Boy. But a lot of my ENAsona's backstory is autobiographical. So like I really just kind of base it all on like stuff that I'm dealing with and like experiencing in my own personal life. Oh, cool, Coffee. I didn't know you had an ENAsona. I'm glad that I gave you inspiration, Ice Cream Boy. I was hoping for actual solutions instead of just eat the text. What was the longest time you liked a character, and what was that character? I was in love with Ina for 4 years. 4 years! I'm still not used to my bed being so empty. What is horse racing test? Is it like a YouTube video that I can react to on stream? I'm sorry for yelling, by the way. Honestly, this doesn't even look like a horse. It looks like a turd, like a runny turd was like like somebody took like a runny turd and put like googly eyes in it and like you put their finger to make like a nose and a mouth and was like, "Hey, look, it kind of looks like a horsey." I don't know what the green labyrinth is, but I can try to make like a labyrinthy background. I've got green and green, and I'm just gonna take a big brush. No, it's too big. Hold on, I have a vision. What if I just do something like this? There. I could put it on a bigger canvas, but the thing is, I'm worried that the text is going to distract from the image, because if there's more, right now there's like more text than image. But I will try resizing the canvas again. I'm gonna try to make it taller. I think if I make it taller, maybe it can work. Hold on. Give me a moment. All right, I'm still having an anxiety attack, so I'm gonna be like mentally lagging a lot. All right. So here's what we're gonna do. Put this up here. Put this down here. Put this in the corner. There's just too much text. I think I need to like get better at like fucking summarizing. There's just like way too much text. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna read the chat. Oh, unfortunately I won't be able to see horse race tests if it's on Twitter, because you can no longer look at like Twitter posts unless you have an account. It looks like a frog. Yeah, honestly, it looks way more like a frog than a horse. What did you hear as Fordsy Void Investigator? I the thing is, it's like the composition. I feel like there's too much, there's too much text. Like, I'm worried that it's gonna draw the attention away from the character. Well, I'm glad you finished your ENAsona. I'm surprised you did it so quickly. Oh, okay. I see. Void Investigator. Okay, so I'm gonna save this to my portfolio. And I was supposed to finish the reference image of my ENAsona. But I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that because I'm having anxiety. So instead, we're gonna watch horse races. Horse race test. All races upload order. Okay, here we go. Alright. Here goes. Can you see it all right? Okay, see you later, Buckshot. Oh, I didn't realize you'd been working on it for a long time. I thought you just started during this stream. Sorry for the misunderstanding, Ice Cream Boy. Alright. Let's see. Alright, I see Turd Horse. I'm gonna bet on Turd Horse. Oh man, it looks like the blue one's gonna win. This is like one of those computer programs that like uses like an algorithm to determine the direction that the icons go in. I feel like I've seen something like this before. Oh man, I think Doorknob got stuck. He's stuck. The pea horse and the turd horse are stuck together. No. Turd horse got left behind. He's out! Go! 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 You have a fair chance! No! Oh, yes, yes, yes! No! Pea horse is gonna win! Wait, what happened? What? I didn't even see who won. Oh, the blue horse won. Oh, thanks. There's lore to this? My ENAsona, like the original design, I made in like one sitting, but the backstory took like a few months to develop. And this isn't even the original design nor the original backstory. My ENAsona kind of evolves alongside me. Oh yeah. Beezy's turd hair. Alright. Hey Daisy. I'm trying to calm down from an anxiety attack, so I'm watching Horse Race Test in the meantime. Anyway, let's see if Turd Horse can finally score a win. Oh, we have sound now? Horse. The P Horse in HD. Oh, they have stats now? Your ENAsona is a ballet dancer and depressed Japanese girl. Eventually we get music. sorry for the confusion, Sam. I had a really bad anxiety attack earlier in the stream. So I'm taking a break from drawing, and I'm watching Horse Race Test because Beezy and Zippy Coons are obsessed with it. So just bet on a horse and lock in. Strap in, I should say, actually. Alright. I'm sticking with the Turd because he was endorsed by because I wanted to make 2 panels of this anyway, so we're gonna split them into 2. Oh, okay. The answer is, oh, it's so simple. Let me show you. So what I'm gonna do? Okay, first of all, okay. So I'm gonna split these into 2 separate things. Cause watch, I'm gonna show you. Cause we can take this, we can put it like this, and then we're gonna save the 3rd part for the 2nd part of the drawing. Okay, I know I may not be making sense right now, but you'll see. Okay, I'm sorry I interrupted Horse Race. It's just that, like, I had like a eureka moment. Alright. Alright. So this on its own with the first 2 is going to be saved as a PNG. Then I'm going to start moving things around for the 2nd path that I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to basically show off okay, so in this case so we're gonna show the 2nd variant of my ENAsona because there's like 2 variants. The one that I drew here was like what they look like upon first arriving at the crowd door. But then the other variant that I was planning to draw in this stream anyway is like it's like a little while after it's like by the time the crowd door chapter takes place, so by the time they reunite with Ena, which would probably be like several millennia after they first arrive at the crowd door. So now I'm gonna draw the 2nd version of this drawing, the 2nd design of my ENAsona, which is gonna take place like several millennia later. And you'll see that 2 interesting things have happened. So I'm just gonna disable this for now. So one thing is that their hair will have grown a lot. Because basically I had this plan for my ENAsona that their hair would grow as a response to repressed emotions. So like at so their hair, you remember, compared to Joel's design, the hair was already a little bit longer. That was just the growth that happened between the breakup and them arriving at the crowd door. But then once they started like working as an entertainer, um it grew a lot more. Um because, you know, there were more like repressed emotions. So my ENAsona is gonna have much longer hair. The other thing that I want to feature in this second design is that there's going to be like beads adorning the hair. Um, because, you know, my ENAsona became like more like popular and became like sort of like rich and famous, and that's gonna be represented by like all the beads in the hair. I think I'm gonna need a smaller brush. Like a 3.5, I think, because like a 5 is a bit, I don't know, let's go with 4. Alright, so let me pull up like a reference I have. Oh, Beezy, you are genius. I hadn't even thought of that, but that makes so much sense. The growth of hair from repressed emotions reminds me of a tree that grows from all the water not released. In this case, the water would remind me of tears. That's brilliant. Now we have an explanation for this that ties into my ENAsona being a tree. You are brilliant, Beezy. Oh, Zippy Cones, you just discovered it 2 hours ago? The horse race? Wow, you just like immediately became a fan. And wow, I'm glad I was able to motivate you with my excitement. I learned that it's impossible to come up with ideas when you're trying to come up with ideas, because your brain doesn't generate ideas when you're focusing, only when you're relaxing. So the horse race allowed my brain to relax for long enough that it could like passively generate ideas, and then I could come up with a solution to the problem. And good luck with your simulation, Zippy Coons. Yeah, Beezy, that's brilliant. Because the other day I was just thinking of well, why? You know, like why would that happen in a response to like the emotions? But that is brilliant. Like you just like filled in the blank effortlessly. Yes, Turd Horse actually helped me. If it wasn't for Turd Horse, I may have been unable to finish this drawing today because I got stuck and I was trying to get through and find a solution because I forgot that if you want to come up with a solution for something, trying to think of a solution will just make it harder. But then when I found a way to like defocus my mind, then it started like doing the like passive brainstorming. This was studied, by the way. This was proven in neurological studies that you cannot come up with ideas while trying to come up with ideas. You can only come up with ideas while you are not focused on anything. That's why so many people have good ideas in the shower. So, yes, Turd Horse helped me with my ENAsona ref sheet. Anyway, I'm gonna get a drawing I made of my ENAsona with like a little bit longer hair and kind of expand from there and um create like a tree shape. Wait, let me just get the hair and paste it in for reference. And I'm gonna have it sort of grow upwards, which is why I added all this room. I'm gonna try to have it grow like up and out to actually look like proper tree branches. All right. So here's the little like starting thing I have. So let me do this on a different layer. Let me make this go like this. All right. So these are gonna act as like nodes of sorts, I guess, and I'm gonna sort of just like build on them. Okay, this is looking really cool so far, if you ask me. this one will literally just be a triangle. Actually, I want it to be more like that. There. And then this continues to go up. I'm just kind of like doodling at this point. Now I can finally relax thanks to Turd Horse. All right. So I think this side is about done for the branches. And then I'm just gonna copy and paste for the other side. Oh, I didn't close these all. Those two need to be closed. Oh, this is gonna look so cool, especially when I add the beads in. They're gonna be like hanging from the branches like ornaments. Okay, it's a little messy, but I don't care, honestly. Wow. Alright, now to add the beads, I'm gonna do another layer for that. So the beads here are just like going straight down, but it's gonna get a bit more creative for the other beads. They're kind of gonna be like going from one branch to another. Oh, I put this on the wrong. Alright. So we've got one bead here. For some reason the right click isn't working. Oh, I saw it just now. Why is it not working? I'll just do... Okay, for some reason my right click on my stylus stopped working all of a sudden. Oops. Anyway, it's not good that it stopped working now because this part I'm doing is kind of tedious. I'm gonna try right clicking on my computer to sort of like reset it. Alright, let's see if I can right click now. Huh, for some reason the right click suddenly stopped working, which is not good because I have to make a lot of these beads. Hold on. Let me copy and then paste. There we go. Alright, so now we can start stringing beads around. But I really... Oh, the right click worked for a moment. Okay. I don't know why it suddenly stopped. It's just, I have such a cool idea. Wait till you see. I just need to... I guess if, for whatever reason, if I click it like a couple times, then it works. Maybe my stylus is dying or something. I'm making the design so much more complicated. And for what? Well, I mean, it looks cool. Okay, this one needs to be a bit more that way. It's not really working for some reason. Okay, oops. All right. Check that out. Let me see where else I can make this sort of connection. Sorry for being so quiet. Hopefully it looks cool so far. I think next I'm going to try to go from there to there. I'm gonna see if my mom can bring me a snack. Let me see what's going on in the chat. Yeah, the whole point is that coffee, it's scientifically proven that you have to be zoned out in order to get ideas. It's like a neurological thing, um, where um, your brain only generates ideas when it's not focused on anything. Horse race test will come back once I'm done drawing my ENAsona. But I want to get this done first since that was like the point of this whole stream. Thanks. My mom just brought me a snack. Wait, actually, I need to duplicate one of these. There. Alright, and then I can merge the rest. There we go. See, I think I'm gonna put like just, there are gonna be like a couple places where there's like just one. I don't know why the right click on my stylus isn't working. Alright. Look at that. And I think I'm gonna take this one. And oops. Make like a duplicate that's gonna be there. Alright, now to do the other half. Let me start removing some of the layers I don't need anymore so I can actually see what I'm doing. Alright, so now I'm gonna duplicate, flip, and like rotate it so that it fits on here. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm having a problem with these beads though, but I can fix it. I'm gonna make them connect. Alright, let's see, hopefully this works. And then I really need to catch up with the chat. Okay, need to get rid of this one. I'm also gonna, actually no, I'll just eat while I'm looking at the chat, which will be soon. Alright, almost got it. Now I just need to restore the ellipse around here. There. And I also want to make a connection between these two up here. Wow, this is looking majestic. I merge everything down. Alright, now I need just one of these. I really wish my right click was working so I didn't have to go over here just to duplicate each of these. I wish they were in order. There. I think it's done. As with most of my drawings, it looked better in my head. Alright, now I need to catch up with chat and then I can keep going. And also eat. I'm hungry. You have a reason for Boyd's short hair. That's interesting. And you have a reason for Coffee's grown out hair and her antenna. Interesting. Manalasa has a reason for the hair too. Wow. A lot of you are doing hair symbolism. I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, Ice Cream Boy. My ENAsona is also a self-insert. I'm using surrealism to represent like different aspects of myself more. You imagine, Buckshot Kid, you imagine my ENAsona has giant doors so their hair doesn't hit the frame. Do you know how the doors work in Dream Barbecue? Because I think if you're going to be going through one of those doors, that's not at all an issue, you know? I'm glad you think this looks cool, Daisy. The hair reminds you of abstracted trees and weird core spaces. That's exactly what I was going for. Literally, my ENAsona is an abstracted tree in a weird core space. So this is perfect. And I'm glad you like the hair, Manalasa. And thank you all for the compliments. Isn't there already an object show named 2? I've never had a burrito either. I usually go with easier to draw character designs, so this is going to be interesting. Like, I may have doomed myself here. Why were you thinking about Bill and bunny slippers, Beezy? Bunny slippers made of real bunnies? He would. Taxidermy dyed pink. That is accurate to Bill. We're gonna get back to the horses soon. Don't worry, Zippy Coons. Oh, and by the way, the beads were based on an actual beaded necklace that I wear, and I'm actually wearing it right now. You're thinking of drawing a humanoid form of your ENAsona correlating to burnout? Honestly, that's crossed my mind too. Let's see. Coffee lore. Her antenna symbolize her emotions. They only appeared after a big traumatic incident that made her mental health decline. And when her antennae are bigger and slightly crumbled, it represents her being uncomfortable or paranoid. Interesting. She hates being alone. Mood. I bet if we were on a D&D campaign, it would be the most insane thing ever. We wouldn't even be able to play because everyone would just be yapping the whole time. And then we just end up watching horse races instead of playing D&D. I'm glad you like the beads. I'm glad that this is sleigh. That was like the whole point. The hair reminds you of antlers. I can kind of see it. Oh, coffee. Your thing with the hair. I have something similar with one of my OCs where she cuts her hair when her grief gets too strong. So if her hair grows out longer, that means that she's doing better. hair kind of makes a face. Honestly, I kind of see it. Interesting. A tiger? Because of the orange? Honestly, maybe I should do something with that. Maybe maybe I can make the hair talk as like a third face. Maybe the hair speaks Russian. You're thinking of connecting the dots? I didn't think of that while making it, but you can try. You have an ENAsona Zippy Coons? Beautiful tree haircut is getting that you're the boss. I mean, my ENAsona is the boss of themselves, so that's kind of fitting. I'm glad you all like the hair. Feel like if they fell over, it would take a long time to get up. Not really. It's very lightweight. It's actually more like a felt like texture. Although, now that you mention it, carrying the hair being heavy could work well for surrealism because it could represent the difficulty of carrying repressed emotions. Y'all are cooking too. Your OCs don't have hair, Zippy Coons? Like, I can understand a few, but like, all of them are bald? You were wondering what I was eating? I was eating corn puffs. Hi, Elastra. Oh, and bye, Zippy Coon. Sorry that you're gonna miss the rest of the horse race. Oh, you know what I think confused me? Um, I saw when people talked about object shows, they would write inanimate insanity as I. And up until like a couple days ago, I thought that it was the Roman numeral 2. And I thought that that object show that they kept talking about was called 2. And then literally just a few days ago, I finally realized that I stood for inanimate insanity. What happened to your cheesecake, Tyre? Oh, you're back, Zippy Coons. Great. You won't miss the horse races after all, then. I don't know whether or not the hair looks like the frontman mask because I've never actually watched Squid Game. I used to do the Squid Game in Cypher SMP. I used like Wikipedia and I read like the plot synopsis. Maybe the hair speaks Russian. That out of context is something. Not when you're in the ENA fandom. And like in the ENA fandom, that's just like a normal sentence, honestly. The hair being a speaker, I don't think would really work. Um, I feel like it would make things too straightforward to have like a mind reading thing. And it would kind of like reduce the conflict, which would make the story a lot less interesting. Salutations, RNA. I do like the idea that the hair speaks differently at every angle. That is really cool. Though I'd then have to make like a more 3D design, which would be even more complicated. Um, corn puffs are basically. I don't know how to explain them. I suggest you just look them up, honestly. Oh, yes, do eat today, Beezy. Especially because it's already like 8 p.m. for you. Holy crap, you haven't eaten today? You need to eat. Oh, and bye, Ice Cream Boy. See, even when you all wrote like inanimate insanity mentioned, I first read it as two mentioned. I keep reading it as two. Not only have I cooked, I made a 3-course meal. Wow, thank you, Buckshot. You used sun rays for your OC's hair. That's cool, Void. Oh, and the cheesecake is a teapot reference. I didn't know that. I don't watch object shows. I meant to watch BFDI at some point, but I never did. I'm thinking of doing a season 2 of Cypher SMP, but I'm worried that people are going to get hurt again. I just don't want that. Like, I only want to do it if I can make sure that everyone's having fun. I'm sorry to hear that you wasted your money, Manalasa. The ones I'm eating are different, BZ. They have, like, cheddar on them, and they're savory rather than sweet. Yeah, like, that's a good example, Void. Like, I'm worried that that kind of stuff is going to happen again, and I don't want to reboot Cypher SMP if it's just going to be like that again. I only want to reboot it if everyone's going to, like, have fun. I don't want people getting stressed out or even traumatized because of Cypher SMP. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The pedum is still going. I said that ages ago. Also, I'm sorry it's taking me so long to catch up. I forgot to put slow mode back on. I think I'm almost there, though. No problem, Void. Pedum is when BZ leaves a premiere or a stream to use the bathroom. Alright, I'm putting the chat back into slow mode now because that took way too long to catch up. I must have spent like at least half an hour just reading messages, and most of it was y'all just talking about object shows. Yeah, you're back to snail mode. Hey, BZ, how was your pedum? Also, you're all snails again. And BZ, you just got slapped with a thin slice of cheese. Yeah, Zippy-kun slapped you with cheese. Wait, why'd you slap Tire? Tire was above you, not below you. Oh, everyone gets cheese slapped? Or whatever. I'm just gonna finish up this image here. The reason I don't do live streams much is because I get so horribly distracted by the chat, because I feel like I have to read every message, and then I spend more time reading the chat than actually I spend more time reading the chat than actually working on my project. Alright, I'm gonna make this, like, that. There. And I'll bring the emotions back. Like this. Okay. And I'm gonna change the canvas size. Alright, and that is the second one. So I am now done. Alright, let me just finish catching up with the chat, and then it's time for horse races. You're excited for whiteboard? That's good. BZ comes back and is immediately slapped in the face. Accurate. And yes, it is in character for BZ to get cheesed. I'm glad that the whiteboard is inspiring y'all. Void just brought Pelk to this live chat. I don't know what you mean by weird bar things, BZ. And yes, the chat is a major distraction. Every time I do a stream, I probably spend like at least an hour and a half distracted by the chat. Like, it would take me maybe like 1/2 to 1/3 as long to get these drawings done if not for the chat. That's why I don't stream much. Am I gonna post this when it's done? Yeah. I'm gonna post it on my community tab and on my art fight profile. Because art fight is in less than a month! Oh man, coffee, that is a horrible typo. Weird bar things. It says, oh, granola bars. That's what you're referring to. Anyway, time to finish off the stream by seeing how this horse race ends. Man, I abandoned this for like over an hour, I think. I'm still rooting for the Turd, even though he's like very far behind. Let's see how it goes. Holy shit. Oh, I wasn't expecting the noise. Oh, holy shit. That actually scared me. Okay, holy shit. What the fuck? Now there's like a creepy voice. I got drowned out by the horse race. Well, I was basically just talking about how I'm gonna try to go back to speaking in my deeper voice because I want to get into the habit of speaking in this voice. Anyway, yeah, I mean, this chat is just Weirdmageddon. It's always Weirdmageddon, even if the thing I'm drawing isn't Bill related. You're a sucker for granola bars and you ate a bucket full of apples. Beezy, are you secretly a horse? But yeah, now there's like a creepy whispering voice. This is gonna be the last one we watch, and then I'm gonna end the stream. Also, I don't know if you heard, but that loud-ass whinny fucking startled me. It just came out of nowhere. Like, the first two, didn't have that. Like, what the... Where did that come from? Alright, let's see if Turd Horse finally wins a race.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Yes, Horse-mageddon, accurate.
1, go! Place your
Oh, now it's a different creepy whispering. And your laugh sounds like a horse. Beezy, you are literally a horse, I think. I diagnose you with horse. I think Beezy is Turd Horse. Alright. One more. Because I want Turd Horse to win! Now it's back to the other creepy voice. Alright, I'm gonna, like, wrap up the stream now, though. I've been going for almost 3 hours. And Coffee, I thought when you said the dog won't stop barking a second time, I thought you were just referencing, like, a joke. But then you said, God damn it, my dog, implying that you made the same typo twice. Is that what happened? You made the same typo twice? Your head sounds like the horse's. I believe that, Beezy. You made the same typo twice. That's crazy. You know what that implies, Coffee? That implies that you talk about dongs more than you talk about dogs. Okay, you know what? How about this? If somebody gives me a super chat we'll do another 10 minutes of horse races. Like, till we get to the 20-minute mark. But only if someone gives me a super chat within the next, 2 minutes. Super chat for horse races. You're doomed because you're broke. Man. Okay. You know what? Fine. Just one more horse race, but then we're done. Just one more. Here goes.
9, 8,
Come on, turd
7,
horse.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
How is the white horse already down there? What the fuck? jovial merriment, and there's like victory music now. Oh, now all the horses that haven't won yet are gonna race. Oh, now Turd Horse finally has a chance. This I gotta see. Hold on, let me catch up with the chat real quick, and then we'll see if Turd Horse finally gets a chance. You know, they have like victory noises now and jovial merriment. Alright, let's see if Turd Horse finally wins.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Turd Horse, Turd Horse, Turd Horse. Turd Horse is way ahead! Whoa, look how far ahead Turd Horse is! Turd Horse, go! Whoa! What a slide! Turd Horse! 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 Woo!
Place your
Dornap!
play.
Woo! Finally! Alright, I'm gonna end the stream now. I had fun. Thank you all for joining and watching me draw and watching horse races with me. I'd like to give a special thanks to Zippy Coons and Beezy. This stream wouldn't have been nearly as amazing without those two specific people attending. And Tyre, I'm Bill Cipher. Expect anything. Your neighbors probably think you're more insane hearing Turd Horse through the speakers. Earlier today, I was chanting toxic yowie. And there was like somebody over at the house to like some sort of inspector. And I was just like straight up chanting toxic yowie because I was like, wait, he's a stranger. I don't care what he thinks of me. But yeah, Turd Horse finally got a win. Over 15 minutes into the video. And I'm sorry that you missed the stream, Watcher's Bane. Cyphertology is the best religion, you know it. Yeah, my streams are pretty much just Weird Mageddon. And, that's thanks in large to all of you. Because, as said in the previous stream, the real Weird Mageddon is the friends we made along the way. And yes, Void and Void Investigator were in the chat with me while I was chanting Toxic Yaoi. And they were also chanting too, except they were typing it out. It was a lot of fun. We should do that again soon. Weird Horse Geddon, Turd Mageddon. That's Turd Mageddon sounds very different out of context though. Stream Mageddon? Should I just start calling my streams Stream Mageddon? Because I feel like that would be a fitting description for them. Maybe I should stop trying to get things done in the stream. Instead, I should just be like, hey, let's all just hang out and talk. Rather than trying to draw in the meantime. Yeah, redesigning my ENAsona turned into watching horse races and cheering for Turd Horse, because that's what happens during Stream Mageddon. You say goodnight to your Book of Bill? I should be doing that. It's funny how you all feel so free being out of character, though, because for me it's the opposite. Like, when I'm in character, it feels like I'm finally free. Like, right now, I feel so awkward, kind of tired. Like, I feel like I want to go home, even though I currently am home. But when I channel Bill, I don't really feel those things. Alright. Yes! Stream-mageddon shall rise! Also, Beezy, that's kind of a mood. I also kind of slip into character by accident a lot. Everyone who has a Bill plush say I. Does a crochet Bill count as a Bill plush? Because if so, then I. You just want more content of me? That's a weird take, but okay. Doesn't make sense, but I guess nothing makes sense, so you might as well make nonsense. But anyway, I'm gonna end the stream now. So, until the next stream again, remember, Reality Solution, the Universe Hologram, by